Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Friday. We are broadcasting to you live on the #1 sports network in the universe. Nobody cares sports. No religion, no politics, just feel-good sports vibes. And that's exactly what we have on deck for you this afternoon. My name is Danny Chanod. I'll be doing the commentating and play-by-play, and joining me in the broadcast booth for today's festivities is a rising star in the business, Mr. Ray Palma, joining us in the booth. Ray, welcome back.
Welcome to be. Mic's not on. My mic wasn't on, but now it's on. Welcome to be home. I live about 600 yards away from Snug Harbor, and if you're my age, which is 44, unfortunately, and you played Snug Harbor, went down here years ago, where we are now is a different universe, Danny.
Yes.
This field is pristine. All of the fields are. We'll get more into throughout the course of the day. But to answer your question, Danny, I am thrilled to be here and a part of a very special day here in our neighborhood.
Well, it's a great day to be here in the forgotten borough of New York City, a.k.a. Staten Island. I'm Danny Chanod, as I mentioned before. We've got a full bevy of stuff on deck here, and I want to let people know that we have a parade. It's the opening day parade for Snug Harbor Little League. We did Mid-Island Little League last night, so it's a great back-to-back, somewhat of a doubleheader for this network. It's going to roll us right along into the memorial ceremony for the dedication of this entire complex to Anthony Varvaro. And I am super proud to be here for this moment. I was friends with Anthony, graduated high school with him, and to be here for this event for the community is just something that means so much to me, and I know means so much to you as well, Ray.
It's something I would have been at had we not broadcast. I would just have been here as a fan, to be able to have a special seat and sit front row in this amazing seat they set us up here, Dave. I mean, we're right here. We're basically in the batter's box. It's going to be a really special day, an emotional day for an island hero, for somebody who made the ultimate sacrifice on 9/11, not the 9/11 of 2000, but as we all know, an unfortunate ending to his life. And his life will be celebrated today with this gorgeous complex being named after him. And like we learned yesterday, Danny, number 24 will never be worn again for Little Leagues across Staten Island, which is just an amazing thing between Snug Harbor and all the Little Leagues combined.
You're absolutely right about that, Ray, and we learned this last night from District 24 Little League. That's here at Staten Island and parts of Brooklyn. They let us know that anybody who wears 24 now can presently continue to wear that number, but once they are done playing Little League and their career is over, 24 shall remain forever retired. It's a very special day and a beautiful one at that.
God.
Oftentimes you don't want to, there's nothing to talk about. You don't want to talk about the weather, but I'm telling you right now, when you talk about baseball weather, brother, it doesn't get any better than this.
No, I don't have numbers in front of me. I'll say it's 83, not a cloud in the sky. Anthony's shining down this day today, and I know his family's here. I've seen some of them already today. I look forward to getting a chance to speak to him. Maybe we'll bring a few on during the broadcast, but what we see down here, again, if you're my age, come on down. If you don't see it, well, hopefully our Gotham Trinity Productions camera crew will put this all together for us and show you how beautiful the scene that is setting up here today.
We got Charlie DeBiase from the Advance on camera right now on the field. Frank Cambria, he's the president of District 24 Little League here in Staten Island, speaking to him. This field is completely brand new. If you're from Snug Harbor and you're not familiar with it, I believe we're going to turn it over now. We have the lights being turned on tonight for the game, and going to turn it over to the PA on the field.
Harbor. My goodness, God bless.
I think we're going to start up this parade here, Ray. Super excited.
I love parades.
So
maybe we're not.
You're seeing a lot of law enforcement on the field, as you may or may not know. Anthony Varvaro was.
Can I introduce the third member of our booth?
Absolutely. We can bring him on screen really quick.
His debut on the screen is none other than Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang, say hi to the people at home.
There you go. There's your camera, Wu.
Hey, hi, Wu.
You look great, buddy. We can't afford you.
He's the third man in the booth today.
He's our stat department.
He's helping us out with the stats. So,
absolutely.
Wu-Tang wanted to, he knew, usually when I leave the house, I talk to him before I leave, I say, Wu-Tang, take care of the house. But we're so close to home,
and thanks for
he wanted to come.
Thanks for bringing Wu-Tang on, Ray, because you just made me realize we got to thank all of our sponsors, because without them, this day isn't possible, right? So a big shout out to our friends at Hobra on Forest Avenue, and even Kettle Black right across the street. Flagship Brewery. I want to give a shout out to Kevin Hughes, played Major League Baseball with Anthony Varvaro. He's a batting coach here in Little League. He jumped on board to sponsor. Thompson Law Firm, Duffy's, Jody's, Vitalia, Flatbush Copy Center in Brooklyn coming on board. Rigney HVAC, you know all about Rigney.
Do I ever know about all Rigney HVAC, the #1 air conditioning, heating, and air conditioning company in the universe.
All right, I'll tell you what, we're going to turn it around to the festivities on the field. PA announcer is about to start it up. Are they? What is happening here,
We
Ray?
don't really. I think there's been some head fakes, and that's okay. Listen, I'm here for tonight.
Now, there's been a couple. Well,
There's a couple
we're
of pump
scheduled
fakes.
to start at 5 p.m. on the dot, so I expect it to start at 5 p.m. on the dot. Now, we have...
We're very prompt, but sometimes it's a little chaos. This is, good luck. If you're headed down now, just park on Forest Avenue and start walking straight down, or go down to the terrace and walk up. There's got to be 1,000 people here already, and we're nowhere near game time. So
no,
this
we
is gonna
talked
be really
about
special.
it. The streets are closed.
Yeah.
Anthony Varvaro was a Port Authority police officer, so there's many men and women from that department here today honoring him, and there's also members of the NYPD and other first responder organizations. Really, the amount of people that have come out to show their support for this tremendous event is far beyond what the complex I ever thought would hold, and it's a spectacle.
And you wish Anthony was here, because the day would be just as special, because the debut and the lights and and all the renovations that they've done. The new committee down here just did an amazing job, but it's bittersweet, Dan. It is. This is a day of remembrance, though, a day of celebration of life as opposed to mourning of death. And I think that the people here have done a tremendous job. So I see my guy Tommy Slager out there, and I know my Dennis Thompson and the whole Thompson family's been a big part of putting this together. And I'm just so happy to be here, and I don't care. We can ramp and just talk all day.
I'll be real with you, Ray.
Yeah, I'll do it all day long. We got a million guests we can pull in the booth. There are Staten Island legend upon Staten Island legend, all littered all over the place. Just the sponsors you read.
Yeah.
A who's who of people that have fed me throughout the last 25 years. So a special day, and as you pointed out, the weather is just magnificent.
Ray, I'll be honest with you. These people here at Snug Harbor, and we've mentioned the saying that they have in Little League, if you're going to complain, have you volunteered yet? Ask yourself that. So many of these people have volunteered day and night and have given so much of their life to make sure that, never mind the broadcast gets done, that this field was ready for tonight's festivities. They were working up until this morning to get it ready and done. I'm talking cranes, bulldozers. You were in here yesterday. There were 60 hard hats running around.
Yeah.
You're wondering, how are they going to have an opening day here? And you look, it looks like this place has been here for years in pristine condition. 2 minutes away from the start of the parade. We know Anthony is looking down, and we are so happy to be able to provide this broadcast to you live on the Nobody Cares Sports YouTube channel. Just feel good local sports, and this is the epitome of that today.
And I think it's a reflection of Staten Island. Just as CYO and the Staten Island High School League Tournament does for basketball, Little League does it for baseball. And this is small town Staten Island. Danny, look at the crowd. I cannot, as far as the eye can see, from stretching out across both fields, easily 1,000 people here right now, all in peace and love, and just here for a great cause. And you pointed out the sponsors again, just the generosity of people to make things like that happen. And not just sponsors, people that don't their time. Those people digging the holes yesterday weren't getting paid for it.
No,
Those
absolutely.
are volunteers, people putting in time.
We had Dilly on camera for a hot second, and then he just jumped out the back door. But, Dennis has been so integral to everything here, and he's one of the many volunteers.
Yeah, and I'll go ask Dennis to come sit with us, and he won't, because that's not his style.
Right.
He's a behind-the-scenes guy, but trust me, I've known Dennis Thompson I know the whole Thompson family, and one thing he can do is good things for people. An excellent raiser of funds, an extra making things happen, and that's a skill people have. And it looks like a microphone. Looks like we might be going live here, Danny.
Looks like we might be going. I'm going to turn it around. Love to see it.
Welcome to opening day at Snug Harbor Little League. What a great day to be a West Bryaner. Guys, look at this place. This is so beautiful. So much work has been put into this and so many people to thank. We have a huge night ahead of us. We have so much fun stuff for the kids tonight. our first game, and a bright surprise at the end. But first, let's start this night off with the grandest way we can with our parade of players.
We'd like to ask all of you by the concessions, if you could please make a path for the parade. Once again, all of you that are by the concessions and the bleachers, please make a path for the parade to start.
And right now we're just awaiting the teams to come out onto the field for the start of the parade. As you can imagine, ladies and gentlemen, you've got about 500 to 700 kids lined up on Snug Harbor Road outside, and they're trying to wrangle them in.
Daddy, it is quite the
we got
scene.
the bagpipes coming in, turning it over to the field.
Doing it right, doing it right.
Is that the list? Let me see. And the man of Clay and Kill.
T-ball division of Braille Services, managed by Eric Bile. Representing Randall Manor Tavern, Michael Tardive. Representing Clay and Kyle Studio, Clint Deegan.
Now wait, they just coming in. Give it a sec. Green Brothers, Thomas Lane. Now? Yeah.
Representing Green Brothers Towing, Thomas Lane.
Pounds is back to, give them a sec. They're struggling. Let me know when. Go? Not yet. Do it now. Leaps and Bounds, Andrew Francis.
Representing Leaps and Bounds, Andrew Francis.
Now give it. Yellow should be first. Wait, let Leaps and Bounds go. They're still going. Now we should have yellow first. Yeah, Bianco's Landscaping.
From the Coach Pitch Division, representing Bianco's Landscaping, Matthew Genovese.
All tires should be green, yep.
Representing All Tire and Service, Manager Dan Hall.
RIP should be red. Yep, we're good.
Representing RIP Exterminating, Michael Grimaldi.
Next should be Rigney HVAC, they should be purple. Yep.
Representing Rigney HVAC, Manager Chris Rigney.
I want to go Thompson Law Tigers, Riley Thompson. They're good.
Representing Thompson Law Tigers, Coach Riley Thompson.
Vandy should be orange, yep, Joe Mamoli.
Representing the Vanity, Manager Joe Mamoli.
ANC should be royal. Yep. ANC Superette, Matthew Umana.
Representing ANC Superette, Coach Matthew Umana.
Gateway Arms, Baby Blue, yep, Baker.
Representing Gateway Arms Realty, Coach Jason Cruz.
Now they're going Coach Pitch Girls. Elon Hair and Nails, Manager Aaron Kyle.
Representing the division for Coach Pitch Girls, Aaron Kyle of Elon Hair and Nails.
Anthony DiChiaro, Sweet Tooth Sluggers.
Representing the Sweet Tooth Sluggers, Coach Anthony DiChiaro.
Thompson Law Titans,
Representing Thompson Law Titans,
Riley Thompson.
Coach
Riley Thompson.
Riley Thompson.
Ran back. Rob Bates is Jaguar. I'll go through it with you one by one. Now Farms should be Red Sox. That's Russ. All right. Okay. Farms. Russ Defense.
From the Farms, representing the Boston Red Sox, Coach Russ Stefanski.
Jody's Club Forest should be green. Andrew Cleash.
Representing Jody's Club Forest, Coach Andrew Cleash.
Bodega. Joe Quincy.
Representing Bodega, Coach Joe Quincy.
Me. Sunrise Office. You can make a joke about it if you want.
Representing Sunrise Offices, he's standing actually right next to me, Mr. John Matera.
Sally Southern should be
Representing Sally Southern, Coach Mike Cahill.
Hobra, George Landis. Good.
Representing Hobra, George Landis.
Jag 1, this is Rob Bates.
Rob Bates is Jag 1.
Yep.
Now?
Yeah.
Go.
No panic, Rob Bates. Jag 1, Rob Bates.
Good.
Yep.
Representing Jag 1, Rob Bates.
And then Shamrock Paints.
You see him? Representing Shamrock Paints, Dennis Barrett.
It should be minor boys. Yeah, Martina, Atlanta Braves.
And now for the Minors Boys Division, representing the Atlanta Braves, Coach Matthew Martino.
Flatbush, Copy Center, Matt White.
Representing Flatbush Copy Center, Coach Matt White.
Pro Star Plumbing. Yep. Pete Gambino.
Representing Pro Star Plumbing, Coach Pete Gambino.
No Limit Auto Body, Steve Jambron.
Representing No Limit Auto Body, Coach Steve Jambone.
Kettle Black should be Joe Rizzo. Where are they?
And representing Kettle Black, Coach Joseph Rizzo.
Valpak, Charlie Donahue.
Representing Valpak, Coach Charlie Donahue.
Call to Rap, David Giampola.
Representing Call It a Rap, Coach David Giampola.
And girls, Duffy's Rob Fisher.
Representing the Minors Girls Division, for Duffy's, Coach Rob Fisher.
Regretty Stanton, Dave Thompson.
Representing LaGretti Stanton, Coach Dave Thompson.
Gigi's Nail Salon, John Cerveros.
For Gigi's New York Nail Salon, Coach John Cerderos.
Century, Steve Greco.
Representing Century, Coach Steve Greco.
Christine Elizabeth Photography, Coach Catherine Bellotti.
Representing Christine Elizabeth Photography, Coach Catherine Bellotti.
Major Boys,
And now for our Majors Division, representing the Seattle Mariners, Coach Maury Shulman.
Cat. Get him a gummy. Jimmy Max, Pete Maglianti.
Representing Jimmy Max, Coach Peter Maglianti.
Dalton, Lauren Weesey.
Representing the Dalton Boys, Coach Lauren Weesey.
Tunnel to Towers. Tunnel to Tower Mets, Rich O'Keefe.
Representing Tunnel to Tower Mets, Coach Rich O'Keefe.
Mustang Contracting, Caesar Figueroa.
Representing Mustang Contracting, Coach Caesar Figueroa.
Major Girls, Golfer, Jim Henderson.
Representing the Major Girls Division, from Garber Building Supplies, Coach Jim Henderson.
Flagship, Chris McGlynn.
They ready?
Yep.
From Flagship Brewery, Coach Chris McGlynn.
Malloy Electric, Neil Haggerty.
Do you see him?
Yeah, they have to be right. Yeah, I see Neil. Go.
From Aloim Electric, Coach Neil Haggerty.
Karina Strike, Kettle Black.
From Kettle Black, Coach Karina Stripe.
Major 5070, Preventer Realty.
From our 50-70 boys team, representing Spaventa Realty, Coach Mike Spaventa.
Senior Girls, Staten Island meets Tim Mott. Two more left.
Representing the senior girls team. From Staten Island meets Coach Tim Hines. And our last team of the day from the senior girls team, representing West Cork Grill, Coach Frank Chiazza.
Let's don't say anything yet. Just wait a minute. Just say everybody take this. Want to have everybody take this? All right. I'm done now. Now we're done. I'm done with that. Yeah, you can say that. What? John. Done. No, because I just went behind. Just wait a second. Have everybody sit.
Yep.
And then give it a minute or two, and then I'll take my.
And that concludes our parade for the 2023 season. Give a round of applause to these kids. Don't forget, there is a 50-50 birthday raffle, and also amazing raffle prizes over by Field 2. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to give you guys the attention of our Vice President, Mr. John Matera.
Welcome, everyone. The Little League season is finally here. On behalf of Dennis, myself, and the rest of the directors, I want to extend a warm welcome to our returning families, as well as to all the new families to our league and our community. At a time when children have many sports and activities to choose from, we are thrilled that many boys and girls between the ages of 4 and 14 have chosen to play here at Snug Harbor Little League. Snug Harbor Little League has exclusively served this community for decades, providing a positive environment for the development of sportsmanship, character, and athletic skill among our youth. Our program puts an emphasis on fundamentals, participation, development, teamwork, safety, family involvement, and fun, all while developing an appreciation and love for the game. As a parent myself, I know what a thrill it is to see your child play for the first time and watch them grow and improve through the years. These are memories that we will all cherish, and I am pleased that you too will enjoy watching your children learn and grow as part of our organization. Our league is truly one-of-a-kind place to make and share memories with kids, families, and friends. I am constantly reminded by members of this community of the numerous memories and friendships that have been created in and around Snug Harbor Little League. This is also evident by the past players who are now parents coming back to volunteer or coach, or those that no longer have players that still volunteer for this league. If this is commitment by the members of this community that has made Snug Harbor truly one of the best places for our youth to learn and play. We are set for another fun and exciting baseball season, and there is no better place for a family to watch a game. Your children will always remember their time and experiences here, and I look forward to seeing you all out on the field or in the bleachers being a part of Snug Harbor. At this time, I'd like to call up Pooja Fitzsimmons, who'll be singing our national anthem.
It's all yours.
You to face this way, that way, with a flag, right? I guess this way. This way. Okay. All right. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight over ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Should I wait for that to pass?
Release the colors. All right, will all the girls from last year's 12U All-Star team and coaches please come out to the pitches now? All right, at this time, we will now honor a very special team that we call our own. Last year's 12-year-old girls softball all-star team, led by manager Kristen K.K. Kenneman. Canavan was joined by our assistant coaches, Tim Hines and Jim Henderson. They competed in a very tough Staten Island district, going 4-1, including a 5-0 championship game victory on the road at Great Hills Little League, behind a complete game shutout from pitcher McKenna Henderson. Coach KK and the team then went 2-0 in section play to become the Section 3 New York City champions. What a great feat by Coach KK, her staff, and the girls. At this time, I'd like to call them up one by one to receive their championship rings. First up, the manager, Kristen KK Canavan.
I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for your support. These girls put in all the hard effort. They deserve this, and this one's for you guys. Congratulations.
Assistant coach, Tim Hines. Assistant coach, Jim Henderson. Now the players. Number 2, Sophia Hicks. Number 4, Audrey Cardell. Number 7, Olivia Ekberg. Number 9, Valentina Mastro. Number 10, Abby Hines. Number 11, Alana Galligan. Number 12, Gwen DeMontro. Number 13, Nina Benedetto. Number 24, Kayla Donahue. Number 27, McKenna Henderson. Number 28, Alyssa Saez. Number 88, Cameron Nugent. And number 96, Lucia Montevecchi. Once again, one more round of applause for our New York City champions. At this point, I will hand it over to our president and the man behind a lot of what happened here, Dennis Thompson.
Which one is it? Okay. I'd just like to introduce first one of our biggest supporters, somebody who always answers on the first call anytime we call them. It was tough to get any political support or anything from anybody else, and our district attorney was always there to help us out at any turn, anytime we needed him. Here's Mike McMahon.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. My name is Michael McMahon, and I'm privileged and honored to serve the people of Staten Island as their district attorney, and never more proud of being a Staten Islander than when we come together here at Snug Harbor Field, at Varvaro Field, to dedicate this field and to celebrate a few things. Firstly, we celebrate an incredible, transformative life. Anyone who met Anthony Varvaro was transformed immediately by his winning personality, his humility, someone who had incredible skills and talents, but never made you know that, embraced everyone, and had a vision for this league. And look at it today. But he was also an American, a patriot, who put on the uniform of law enforcement, like so many of those here and so many who these fields honor. Names like Embellis and Siller from the fire department, PFC, James Cherrick, who put on the uniform of our armed forces and went overseas to protect us. And so many do that today, like these incredible Port Authority officers who are behind us today. Give them a round of applause. And out in the streets and around today are members of the New York City Police Department, heroes, every one that I get to work with every day. And we know that if an emergency happened, our firefighters would be here, our EMS, and we thank them all. We also want to thank our friends from the DOT who got the street paved. Dennis Thompson is a transformative figure as well, because you could not have done this without his incredible personality. Give him a round of applause. And all the officers who gave so much from this league and done so much raising the money and put it together. It's an incredible feat. And lastly, the Varvaro Thompson family. I don't want to get the names wrong because, of course, Kerry we know, and AJ and Johnny and Christian, and, of course, Savannah, their beautiful children. But to the rest of the family, to Torrance and Paulette, his parents, Dennis Thompson, of course, the rest of the Thompson brothers and sisters-in-law, Edmund and Melvin Jagacki, grandparents, and Jimmy and Barbara Thompson. To you all, thank you for allowing us to know a man like Anthony Varvaro, and thank you on behalf of the people of Staten Island for following his vision and making the great American pastime better than ever before. Have a great day. May every pitch be a strike and every hit a home run. God bless you all. God bless the Varvaro family, and God bless the United States of America.
We have another special guest in attendance. The Port Authority Police Superintendent, Ed Setna. He came in to support the whole Port Authority. He's done a lot for the Varvaro family, and he's been a very big supporter. He is Edward Setna. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is a great honor for us to be here. First of all, please thank me in joining a round of applause for our Honor Garden Pipe Band, as well as the New York City Police Department for that flyover. Outstanding. You know, and every police department, you know, is built on history and tradition, and we're not unlike any other. We have rich history and tradition. And I not only thank the Snug Harbor Little League for having us here today, but Kerry, the Varvaro Thompson family, for allowing us to be here. You can see by the show of support from our command staff, all the way down, and our recruits that are in the academy right now, which Anthony had a piece of shaping and molding young police officers during his career. So thank you very much for allowing us to be here with you. You think about life and you think about the dash, and folks have heard this, the dash. What do you do with the dash from the time you're born until the time, you know, you're called back home? And we know that Anthony made the most of the dash that he had, and that is proven here today by what is going on, not only on this Little League field, but the legacy that he has left with children and also the police officers that have followed him into this career in the Port Authority and the ones that I mentioned that he shaped. You think about the legacy that he chased, every childhood's dream to be a Major League Baseball player. He finished that, and then he became a police officer, doing something that he had passion for and something that he took great pride in. So even though we lost Anthony so quickly, it is a great honor for us, on behalf of the thousands of men and women of the Port Authority Police Department, to have had the family share him with us and allow him to be out there protecting you in New York and New Jersey as a Port Authority police officer. Lastly, again, I want to thank you for the great honor of having us be here as part of this ceremony. It is truly a great honor, and as we always said, with our 37 that we lost on 9/11, we will never, ever forget. The Varvaro family is always in our family. The Thompson family is always in our family, and we are here for whatever we have to do. And to the Little League family, thank you. Whatever we can do, we are here to help and support. To the kids out there, get dirty and have fun. Thank you.
Each year at the Little League, we usually have a board member who goes a little above and beyond and does a lot around here. Last year, me and Anthony spoke about one person who was always here for the kids, always cared a lot about making sure everything he did here was best for the kids, never anything other than about the kids and the community, nothing else. Always here for the right reasons. Has been around for a lot of years. And last year, we both spoke about it, and it was something that Anthony always spoke very highly of. So I just want to give last year's 2022 the Board Member of the Year to Ferdinand Burnaby.
I am actually very surprised by this. Thank you very much, Dennis, and to everyone else there and from the Snug Harbor family. And I have a lot to say later on tonight and all night, so I'm going to pass this microphone on. But thank you very much, guys.
All right, so up next is probably the single most important person behind this project. Well, him and Don Ruda. They made this project possible. So Anthony dreamed of starting this project when he took over as president last year. When he passed away on September 11th, his dad, Torrance, and his son, AJ, expressed their concerns on who would take over and how we get this project done. I really didn't have a great answer for them. 2 days later, I got an email from a man in Columbus, Ohio, named Derek Smith, who was a classmate of Anthony's at St. John's. He helped the team with a variety of things, including housing, and him and Anthony became close friends. During Anthony's time at St. John's, Derek went on to be an assistant to operations at Madison Square Garden. He is now general manager of operations at Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio, home of the Blue Jackets hockey team. He said he'd like to help with this project to honor Anthony. That's when I knew this would get done. Through Derek, we got donations, money, equipment, labor. He's come in 3 times, drove in from Ohio in the last 2 months at his own expense to give us advice, help. He's hands-on, and oversee this operation. He has basically made this whole night possible. There are some other huge sponsors who have given so much to make this project possible. We'd like Derek to come up and acknowledge these people for all they've done for us and Anthony. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a very close friend, Derek Smith.
Thank you. Thank you, Dennis. There's so many people involved in this project, and I'm just honored to be one of them. Just to give you an idea of how this kind of came about, like all of us following Anthony's death, I wanted to help in some way. As Dennis alluded, I looked on the Snug Harbor Little League website, and I just emailed the director of fundraising, and little did I know it would become one of my best friends, Dennis Thompson. Shortly after I hit send, he called me, and I was floored. I couldn't believe it. Sometimes things happen for a reason. Fast forward a few weeks later, Dennis reached back out to me and asked what I knew about lights on a field. That call transformed my life forever. The result, it lies before us today. A 100% privately funded $2.2 million upgrade to Snug Harbor Little League. From the start of this project, we named it the Anthony Varvaro Vision. We wanted to be sure the dreams of Anthony became a reality. It was important to him and all he talked about. In just over a short 5-month period, you are witness to what this great man desired for the community and, most important, his kids. This is his project and accomplished because of who he was and the impact he had on everyone in a life cut short. He is a hero, leader, role model, the best that one can be. This project would not be possible without the people you see on the field today. It takes an army to accomplish a project like this magnitude. It takes love, dedication, and extraordinary commitment to complete it within the time frame that we did. The scope has evolved over this period of time: 3 fields with lights, a new sprinkler system to water the sod. Fields look great. Field 1, turf fully, and this amazing structure behind me, behind you, a 50 by 80 indoor practice structure that the kids will be able to use, rain or snow, all winter long in these cold, except for this year, New York winters. We have been blessed by the outcome. The community of Snug Harbor has been transformed. This is just amazing. There is more to do. Right, Dennis? More to do? But this is an incredible start. What I'd like to offer you today is I encourage you to volunteer your time here at Snug Harbor, weekends, weekdays. Bring a friend. The complex will require even more maintenance than ever before. As a promise to Anthony, please help when you're able, whether financially, cooking in the kitchen, mowing the lawn, cleaning the restrooms. There's no job that is above anyone to do. Trust me, it's fuel for the soul. As I mentioned, there have been so many people who have contributed. I'd like to take you on a small journey. When Dennis reached out, the first call we made was to Musco Lighting. They have the best product that exists, and Anthony deserves nothing but the best. The passion they showed from this on the first phone call, I will never forget. The first thing I was told is, don't worry about money, we'll figure it out later. Done. Today, I think it truly says what kind of company Musco is. Today we have the founder, Joe Crookham, and his wife Jeannie here. Thank you for coming in for this. It's beyond amazing that you're here. The president and CEO, Jeff Rogers. And my friend Nathan Johnson, who I worked with in Columbus, and that was who I called. Thank you, Nathan. And as I was told, the godfather of lighting, Don Ruda. Don, if you can give a wave, please. I know you hate that, but you deserve it. At this time, I'd like to invite Jeff up just to say a couple words, if you don't mind, about the project.
Thanks, Derek.
Thank you again, sir.
Thank you. Great to be here. What a fantastic event. For those that don't know, Musco Lighting is based out of Iowa. And we've kind of grown up with that motto, if you build it, they will come. Well, you guys have built a heck of a venue here, and I'm pretty sure everybody's here. When Derek first contacted us and Don about doing this project, and he told us Anthony's vision and what he wanted to build for the community, for family, and for the kids, we knew it was a project we had to be involved with. And on behalf of over 1,600 employees at Musco, I would like to thank the family, I'd like to thank the community, and I'd like to thank the kids for allowing us to be a part of this fantastic project. Thank you.
Jeff, we have a plaque for you as well. The next email that was sent was to Tony Regans, the Chief Baseball Development Officer. Major League Baseball obviously is a big part of Anthony's life, and figured we could see what they could do to contribute. And within a day, I got a response. Within a week, I had a call set up, a walkthrough set up. Things just happen, very quickly. It's kind of a very special thing. Sorry. I would like to, at this time, call up Jeannie Beatrice, who is the Executive Director of the Major League Baseball Player Association Youth Development Foundation, to talk about the program and the project.
Yes, that'd be great. Thanks, Derek. Thank you, Derek, and the Staten Island North Shore community for the warm welcome. And thank you to the New York Police Department and the Port Authority Police Department for your service. We are so proud to be part of this opening day. When I look around, there is so much strength and love around this field, around this community. I wish all communities across the country could have the strength that I see here. The MLB-PA Youth Development Foundation is a joint initiative by Major League Baseball and the Major League Baseball Players Association. Since its inception, we have awarded over $25 million to community-based projects, including the Snug Harbor Little League Livingston Complex Field Lighting and Indoor Facility. The Youth Development Foundation is thrilled to support this community in the memory of Anthony Varvaro. When we learned that Snug Harbor Little League was unable to fulfill their entire season of baseball and softball equipment due to the capital project, the Youth Development Foundation stepped up and provided a second grant to ensure the youth in this community would play without barriers. Our work at MLB and the Players Association would not be possible without a shared vision alongside other leaders, corporate, community, elected officials, and philanthropists to bring equitable, inclusive play to the doorsteps of children and their families. The collaboration between the Youth Development Foundation and Musco Lighting brings a decades-long dream of expanding recreational offerings to life for the Staten Island North Shore community. We see this project as a best-in-class example for communities across the United States. When we lift up our youth, we lift up the entire community they live in and create a stronger country. We believe the lessons, benefits, and opportunities provided by baseball and softball should be accessible to all. This requires fields to be built, dugouts to be filled, barriers, small and large, to be removed, and opportunities to play be funded so everyone can come together. Schools, parents, grandparents, coaches, and sports lovers. Baseball and softball have the power to strengthen lives and communities on and off the field, and I see that here today. Today, this has been made possible for the residents living in the Staten Island North Shore community. When we work together with community and corporate leaders like Musco Lighting, Derek Smith, Dennis Thompson, the Varvaro family, the New York Police Department, and the Port Authority Police Department, and others I haven't listed, we can achieve a common goal of having children from all over this neighborhood take the field and enjoy this incredible sport. Thank you.
Thanks, Derek.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
The next company was joined. Sometimes it's who you know and the connections that you make in life. I would like to, before I introduce them, I just would like to bring up, well, actually, let me introduce them first, and then I'll go from there. Field Turf, I reached out through a connection with O-Sport, who is an architectural firm that we use. Darren Gill, the EVP of Field Turf, we had a call, we had a few follow-up discussions, and then they donated this turf for 100% at no cost, which is absolutely amazing. They make also the best product in turf and a standard, as you know, we needed to uphold in this project. We're forever grateful that because of your generosity, the kids of Snug Harbor will have a brand new field of dreams for decades to come. Please welcome Perry DiBiase, the Northeast Regional VP of Sales, along with his kids, Bobby and Carlo, to say a few words about the project.
Sir, pleasure.
Thank you. Wow, what a day, what a project. Wishing everybody here so much luck in the future with this beautiful field, having the kids have the opportunity to play on this field, turf field, which is the same turf that's at MetLife Stadium that our home New York Giants and New York Jets play on. I think the next stop for these kids is going to be Williamsport, Pennsylvania. We're hoping to see one of your teams make it there. It is a tremendous honor to be part of this project. At Field Turf, our mission is to build surfaces that make a difference for athletes and communities. To pay tribute to Anthony Varvaro and help support local youth sports is a special moment for us. Tonight, we're celebrating and immortalizing his legacy, which evokes his dedication to helping coaches, athletes, and his community. I'm here with my two sons, Bobby and Carlo, who I had the fortune of working with at Field Turf, who are learning through experience. And like Anthony, I believe that enabling those moments is vital. To give back helps others and protect the future of play. This will be an exceptional venue that will narrate a remarkable story. Congratulations to you all. God bless. You're welcome, sir.
Once we secured turf, we had I guess a good problem. We had to install it. So I'd like to, fortunately, we had a great connection also with the Lantec group, and I'd like to bring up Mike Quick to say a few words about the project. With significant time restraints, terrible weather, John Slincy, who's not here tonight, ensured that we would get it done. So I'd like to welcome up Mike, the regional account manager, who's going to say a few words as well.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. See you. How in the world do you get Atlanta, Georgia weather in Staten Island on April 14th? He's got a friend. He's got a great wife, and he's got a great family. Carrie, I just said to you, I wish we didn't have to be here today. It's bittersweet. It's really bittersweet. But I'm so glad that your family and Anthony's family and Derek, that they believed in Lantec to put the finishing touches on this beautiful facility. Dennis knows mid-March, pouring rain out, and he's texting me, Mike, is this ever going to get done? Because when Musco came in, they had to take those big trucks through the outfield, get all those poles up. So the outfield sank. There's about 2 feet of ruts in the outfield. He goes, are we ever going to get it done? I said, Anthony, I hope so. Because in construction, they say it's always going to get done. Sometimes they lie a little bit. It's always going to get done. I said, we need help. And we got it. See, he took Anthony too early. But Anthony must have run a couple of signals, and we said, we need good weather, God. And we got good weather. Without the good weather, this wouldn't have happened. So Anthony up there's got a new buddy that made this happen. Who walks away from Major League Baseball? Who in the world walks away from Major League Baseball? Yeah, he had a little bit of an arm injury, but he walked away to be one of these great people. To be one of these great people, to protect your city, to make a difference. When he walked away, he had a vision. He had a vision for this today. He sees it, he's here, he knows what's going on because he dreamed it for 6 years. On September 11th, he was going to make a difference, volunteering that day. He wasn't on the job, driving in to make a difference. That's what he did. He was put on this earth not to play Major League Baseball, but you heard it today, to make a difference. Every one of those little kids out there, I watched every one of them come through, the smile on their faces. Baseball's America's game. It's a family game. It's a tradition. And that tradition will live on at Snug Harbor forever. On behalf of John Selinsky, our COO, Mike Ryan, our president, we are so happy we didn't make money on this job, because we did in the outfield with all those little faces. Sometimes money's not the most important thing. Memories are. Our motto is building champions from the ground up. And we will do that here today. Carrie, God bless you and your wonderful family. Dennis, the Varvaros. Hey, Aunt, grab a seat. Grab the big guy, get a big bucket of popcorn, and show God where the best baseball in New York City is played, on the borough of Staten Island. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Larry. Appreciate everything. Thank you. We have just a few other folks we'd like to make mention. First, I'd like to bring up Ryan Moose from O-Sport. Just to accept a plaque in appreciation for everything you've done in the connections with Lantec and Field Turf. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Dennis just walked away. He's supposed to be talking.
Yes, he is.
And once Dennis comes back, we'll continue. Actually, I'll continue. Also, just want to make a special mention. Hi. Do you want to do something? Yeah. Okay. So here's Dennis.
Especially with law enforcement, unfortunately, sometimes, unfortunate things happen. There's an organization called Brothers Before Others that always steps up and comes and do everything they can, and they're always there for you right away. We have Mike Burke, a special guest, is here to speak today, and a very big law enforcement supporter. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Good afternoon. So Brothers Before Others is a charity. It's been in existence for 10 years. Our main goal is to always send a floral arrangement to every line of duty death. We've been doing that for 10 years, and that number is over 900. 900 line of duty deaths in the last 10 years. Another thing that we do is we support the families of the fallen, both financially, and we try to give support when we can. The Varvaro family is along the same lines. We've had them out at a boxing event and honored them there. I see a lot of the memorial shirts that we've made and donated to the family, and some flags as well. Why I'm here today is on July 7th at Patriot Stadium in Bridgewater, there's a game between the Patriots and the Fighting Phils. It's a law enforcement appreciation game, the first one of its kind there that we're sponsoring. Carrie's throwing out the first pitch. And we'd like to see the same kind of support here today for her when she throws out the first pitch. So originally we had 200 tickets to donate to the kids, all the kids back here. Then I just saw this parade, it just never ended. So we made a call to the Somerset Patriots, and we're able to pick up 300 more tickets. So all these kids here, some parents, I don't know if we have enough for all the parents, but we have 500 tickets to come out to the Patriots game on July 7th to support Kerry when she throws out the first pitch. Of course, the Varvaro family will have a suite. You guys will be sitting in the sun. But we'd like to see as many of you guys come out as possible. All right, thank you.
Dennis Quinlan.
I'll work it out with you.
We also have another donor here who we called up, sent an email to him, and he responded within less than 24 hours and cut us a check right away. He's one of the biggest supporters of all sports in Staten Island, and I came out here for the ceremony today. We'd just like to give a special thank you to Mr. Quinlan.
All right, guys, we're getting there. We would like to now acknowledge the groups and families that have also contributed to the reconstruction of this beautiful facility. The board would like to give these groups a plaque for our appreciation for all the amazing work that you have done. Are they? Capri Karting? Is there a representative here from Capri Karting? City Asphalt? D-Bar? Faztech Industries? Matrix Foundation? Scott Lebedo? The Staten Island Foundation? The Donahue family, the Sliger family, Vulcan Materials, West Shore Trucking, and Amazon. At this time, I'd like to introduce, from Little League International, Mr. Brian McClintock.
Thanks for
Thank you so much. My name is Brian McClintock, and it is my absolute honor to be here to represent Little League International on such an amazing night. In 1938, Carl E. Stotts had a vision. He saw the opportunity to create a place in his community of Williamsport where children and families could come together and enjoy the game of baseball that was tailored specifically for the kids to have fun and to learn the sport. 1 year later, on June 6, 1939, that dream became a reality when the first Little League game was played. From that moment, the dream grew and grew. It grew to other communities, to tournaments and World Series, to softball opportunities and teenage divisions. And what has remained over the course of our 84-year history is that Little League is where communities come to life. Here in Staten Island, Snug Harbor Little League has been the heartbeat of this community since 1964. If there is a 60 square mile area more passionate about Little League than Staten Island, we have yet to see it. This island has sent leagues to the Little League Baseball World Series. It's rallied all 5 boroughs together and developed Major League people and Major League players like Anthony Varvaro. While Anthony shined on the diamond, his commitment to his community and this league continues to shine the brightest light. As the team at Little League International learned more about Anthony and this project to enhance the experience for all Snug Harbor Little Leaguers, we were in awe of the scope, passion, and support to bring this project to fruition. On behalf of our president and CEO, Stephen D. Keener, the entire staff at Little League International, and our board of directors, we thank the great people at the MLBPA Youth Development Foundation, our great friends at Musco Lighting, and everybody here for their great support of this project. But most importantly, we thank Anthony. We thank his family, we thank his friends, especially Derek and Smith, and your entire community for rallying together for the children of Staten Island. In 2014, to honor our founder's legacy and commitment to community, we created the Carl E. Stotts Little League Community Award to provide a $5,000 grant to honor the hard work of volunteers supporting Little League efforts for the children in their community. Today, we're thrilled to recognize that in honor of Anthony's legacy and to recognize the commitment of Snug Harbor Little League to the support of the children in the community, Snug Harbor Little League has been named the 2023 Carl E. Stotts Little League Community of the Year, and we're happy to point out Dennis Thompson with this award.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
We're going to get just
yeah.
Thank you all, and we look forward to seeing countless Little Leaguers enjoy this amazing complex for generations to come. Thank you.
Thanks, Travis. Next up, we have District 24 President, a guy who me and Anthony became very close with. Anthony knew him for a bunch of years and always spoke very highly of him. He introduced me to him last year. He's been a huge supporter of ours since we took over. He's been a huge help to me with teaching me how to do a lot of stuff this year, and he's really been behind Snug Harbor in every which way possible. He is Frank Cambria.
I got the presents. Yeah. Can I use the thing, the mic? Let's go in front. Oh, the other way. Who's in charge of this? All right, I'll hold it. Thank you very much, everybody. My name is Frank Campbell, like you said, District Administrator. I could talk about Little League Baseball and softball all night long into next week and continue on because I've been around it a very long time and I really enjoy it. I love watching everybody pile and watching all these kids get out there and all these volunteers. So to lead off with the volunteers, I want to introduce the presidents that are out here on Staten Island, District 24. Right here is Ben Defenbaugh, Staten Island, South Shore Little League. Vinny Pimpinella, Staten Island Little League. Rob Pascal, Great Kills Little League. Karen Marcello, East Shore Little League. And behind him, next to Dennis, is John Pleasant's Mid-Island Little League. The guy I want to also introduce, our hero here tonight, Dennis Thompson, Snug Harbor Little League president. When Anthony took over, he called me up right away. He said, I took over, I need a lot of help. You know, I want to sit down, I want to come and talk to you, which he did. He met me over at Great Hills Little League, and he brings this guy over with him. I look at him, I'm saying, all right, seems like a guy that's going to really be into it and everything else. And who's the guy Anthony brings? He said, this is my brother-in-law, Dennis Thompson. So, and this guy really stepped up. He stepped up the game tremendously. Anthony would definitely be proud of everything this man has done, because every waking moment he's put into making Anthony's dreams come true. So now, to keep everything concise, I'll go through my few pages. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the official start of Little League seasons. Seeing all these boys and girls in their uniforms at the parade is always a great sight. To be at this beautiful new complex in a safe and healthy environment, watching your children play, makes for a great day. Little League's about the children making friends, getting exercise, and making great memories that will last a lifetime. It teaches teamwork, fair play, and sportsmanship. I want to say from my own experience, I'm a grandfather of 6 now, it goes very, very fast. When your kids are in T-ball, you think it's, oh, I got forever. You don't have forever. They're in the majors as soon as you blink your eye, and they graduate in Little League. When these kids are playing Little League baseball and softball, this is the best memories and the best times they'll ever have in their lives. This is such a great experience. Not only will the kids make friends and lifelong friends and people that will help them down the road, the parents make friends and they become friends and they get to do a lot of great things. Little League is a totally volunteer organization. So just understand, when these people, these presidents that are volunteering their time, they're not getting paid. None of us are getting paid. We're doing it for your children. So it doesn't hurt to say thank you to these people once in a while. To see the new lights, beautiful. New turf fields, incredible. A new indoor practice facility, along with all the hard work, show you how great America is. America is the greatest country in the world. People from every country want to be here and become citizens of the United States. Our freedom should never be taken for granted. 22 years ago, on 9/11/2001, our country was attacked, and we lost many heroes that day, protecting, defending, and helping us. Never forget is something we should never forget. Last year, on 9/11, going to work at Ground Zero, we lost another hero. His name is Anthony Varvaro. He was more than a hero. He was a superhero. He was a husband, a father, a son, a brother, a brother-in-law, a major leaguer, a policeman, a coach, a Little League president, a mentor, a volunteer, and a friend to all. His love for his family and the community we live in was second to none. His dream to make the world a better place will be carried out, and we will never forget. Kerry, Anthony Jr., Jonathan, Christian, and Savannah, and the rest of the Varvaro family, we thank you for sharing Anthony with us. If you look out in left field of any District 24 complex, you will see the number 24, Anthony's Little League number, so we will never forget. The district and all the presidents will never forget, and we are in the process of holding, in honor of Anthony, which will be annual, the Anthony Varvaro President's Tournament. The championship game will be played right here Thursday night, this Thursday night, 7:30. The two teams that made it to the finals, even though all the leagues participated, are Staten Island Little League and Mid-Island Little League. So if you're free that night, come by and see that. The district and the presidents officially will be retiring number 24 on Staten Island in remembrance of Anthony Varvaro. The children wearing number 24 this year will be allowed to finish their Little League career with it. Then it is retired. Lastly, I want to thank President Dennis Thompson and his board of directors for their hard work and dedication to making Anthony's dream come true and a great place for the children. Give him a great round of applause and his BOD. I want to wish everyone good luck this year and have a great season. God bless you all.
Thank you. Appreciate it. The next person that played a very important role in the development and success of Anthony is Coach Blankmeyer, the winningest coach at St. John's University, where Anthony graduated with a degree in criminal justice. Coach is a legend in baseball and, more importantly, life. I would like to have Coach come up and say a few words about Anthony tonight. Coachy.
Thank you, Dee. Great job. I know the kids are ready to go. I'm just certainly honored, but as Jackie Robinson said, life is not as important except in the impact it has on other lives. Anthony Varvaro impacted my life. To the Thompsons in Varvaro, thank you very much for sharing your son with me. Just a little bit about, everybody knows his exploits in professional baseball, but it wasn't easy for Anthony. I was blessed to recruit him, Coach Eberline at Curtis High School, the Brooklyn Bonnies program, watched him play a lot of times. He had a lightning bolt for an arm. There was no question about his ability. But as a college coach, I looked for more. And the way he treated his parents and the way he acted around his parents, the way he treated his teammates, okay, that was certainly important to me. I was blessed to have him. As a freshman, right away he started in our rotation, and it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy for this young man. But by the time he was a junior, he became an All-American. And in college baseball, back then, you played a 7-inning game and a 9-inning game on a Saturday, and Anthony would always pitch that 7-inning game, and he'd strike out 10 to 17 batters a game. Maybe he looked smart. And the ironic thing, by the time his last game against Villanova, he hurts his arm. And we lost him for the tournament. He had to go through surgery, or he would have been a first-round draft pick. Thank God for Barry Meister, his agent. He got him the money he deserved, and obviously the story goes. What's even more important to me, okay, he came back and got his degree. That was important to him. That was important to his parents. Okay, so it wasn't about anything else. He wanted to get his degree because he knew there was life after baseball. And he had a very, very good career. And I'll share a story before I end. I was a coach for several years. I also was the on-site manager of the New York Mets alternate site program. And you remember COVID took place while I ran the site at Brooklyn while the Mets were playing there. And every once in a while, we'd have a major league pitcher come back and not go on a roll because of COVID. That one pitcher told me a story about Anthony Varvaro, and I'll share it with you tonight. He was sitting in the outfield, and this young man, I think everybody knows this guy's name, Rick Porcello. Sitting in the outfield, stretching with Anthony, and that's the year that Porcello was the Cy Young Award winner. And they was talking in the outfield, and he looks at Anthony. He says, "Anthony, what are you going to do when baseball's over?" I'm going to be a police officer. Now, if you knew Anthony Varvaro, he was a sly guy. He would tell you stories. He'd give you that sly look, and and so Porcello's looking at us. Okay, that's really okay. He tells me the story. 2 weeks later, he leaves spring training, and he enrolls in the Port Authority Police Academy. He's a man of service. He's humble. He was a great teammate, and it's an honor to have coached him. I know he's looking over us tonight. We love him. We miss him. But he's impacted all our lives here tonight. So God bless you. God bless the family. Kerry, okay, we love you. And let's have a great night tonight.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here.
Now the hard part. Dennis asked me to speak tonight about anything I wanted. It is difficult to do after all. The project is about one person who is not here. What can you say about someone who is a hero in your life, in our lives, someone you look up to, admire beyond anything? Anthony is that person to me, and so many others. So what do you say? I'll do my best. First, to Anthony's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Varvaro. Thank you for giving us Anthony. You raised such a humble, funny, calm, and caring person. He was what I call a silent leader. Leads by example and action. He doesn't need to yell or scream. When he speaks, you listen because you know he's right. Just watch him and you will follow his lead. To Carrie, AJ, Johnny, Christian, and Savannah, you have the love of this community and support to match it. The goal in delivering this project is a tribute and legacy of your husband and father. This will always be Anthony's work. We pray that it can provide a little comfort for you knowing and seeing it become a reality. It will be a special place for the kids to play for years to come. We love you all very much. To Carrie's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Thompson, please don't yell at me for calling you that. Thank you for opening up your arms to me in this process. You're amazing people who have raised an amazing family. I know you are, and you should be extremely proud. Thank you so much. And to Dennis, I did not know you before this started, but we've grown to be partners in crime. You're a very special person in my life, and I'm forever grateful for you. I'm ready when you are to start the next phase, my friend. I was not the closest of friends to Anthony after college. You know, life gets in the way, things happen. Now and then we'd run into each other at a social function, a friend's wedding. Nonetheless, I followed his career and was always inspired with where he took it. In talking to so many people throughout this project here on the fields, everyone had the same sentiment. He was simply remarkable. For me personally, this is a project of a lifetime, the most important thing I've ever done and will ever do. It transforms the community that Anthony wanted to get back to and make it better. It is truly an honor to be here tonight, and I would like to thank the family for allowing and trusting me to deliver Anthony's story to as many people as I could. I never took it lightly. I'm forever grateful to you all. It was such an honor for me. Thank you. I'd like to thank everyone here tonight for coming out to support Snug Harbor Little League. This is your field of dreams. This is Anthony's vision, now a reality. It has been an emotional roller coaster these past few months. It was important to be sure that everything was perfect. There's so many conversations about what Anthony think about what we're doing. Are we going in the right direction? Would he do it different? Always looking from a sign from above, always. The signs were all around on the ground. The support of companies from all over, the community rally when help was needed, the kids' faces when they would see the progress of the field and the construction. Tonight, the weather is perfect. It was perfect all week, and if it wasn't, we wouldn't have been able to be here with everything done. Here we are, looking for a sign, but they are all around us. Thank you, Anthony, for being you, the pitcher and police officer and Little League president, the greatest friend one could be. You are missed, loved, and thought of all the time. Thank you for inspiring us to get this done. Lastly, it is with the highest honor to say that now and forever, the complex will be named the Anthony Varvaro Memorial Complex. I only have 5 more pages. Just kidding. The second to last speaker tonight, I just want to introduce someone whose commitment to the project is unmatched, spending day and night at the field for the past 2 months, working a 24-hour shift at the firehouse, and then driving here to make sure work gets done. Spending his own money daily to buy lunch for all the workers and volunteers, although I know that was a secret, Dennis. You did it so they didn't go to lunch and never come back. But we had a schedule to keep. This project would not be possible without him. His dedication and passion fueled me daily, and there's no way he was going to be let down on my watch. Please welcome the president of Snug Harbor Little League, Dennis Thompson.
Before I get into my speech, I'd just like to call up 2 other people. You know, right when we wrote the first article in the paper, we were looking for some donations, and my cousin Kevin called us, first person to call us, and gave a nice donation to the league. So Kevin, I'd like you to come up here. Thank you very much for everything. And the other one have been my friends since I've been 2 years old. I called them up. We were in a jam. We needed somebody to do a whole bunch of trenching and a bunch of work down here. And within one call, they came. They did all the work, all the trenching, and they wouldn't charge us $1 because this project meant so much to them. Chris and Jay Barada, D-Bar Construction, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Here you go. Thank you. Thank you. And to the one person who Derek got in contact with right away, he's, like I said from the beginning, the biggest supporter. We thanked Musk already, and we'll never be able to thank them enough. But Don Ruda came down here 3 times on his own personal time. He's already mad at me for mentioning his name once. But he did so much for this project. These lights today, he came here. He's worked for the company for over 30 years. He's been retired, and he drove here 3 times, came down to make sure everybody's doing work. Comes down here all the time. This project means so much to him, and this project is nowhere near possible without Don. Don, please come up here.
You have wide lens.
Everybody give a big round of applause for Don. All right. All right, now for the project, we'd like to thank the Snug Harbor Cultural Center for their kindness, patience, and understanding as we took on this project. They are a huge part of our North Shore community and are committed to providing a great experience for all visitors. We'd like to acknowledge Snug Harbor President Jessica Baker-Vodor and Director of Operations Marianne Donnelly. We thank you for all you do for the community, and especially these children, and thank you for the patience with this project the last couple months. It can be a tough task taking over as president of Little League. For Anthony and myself, it's been made easier by the advice and help we were able to get from the leads of Snug Harbor before us. So I'd like to acknowledge and thank both Al Turgensen and Dean Pecorelli for all they've done for us and all continue to do for us down here. Alan is always one phone call away and has always pointed me in the right direction. Al's a very close friend, and he's been my biggest supporter since day one. Al, thank you for everything you do. This couldn't have been done without the support of the entire board of directors. The special people have backed our efforts from day one. We'd especially like to thank some of those people who spent a lot of time working on the field and making this project possible. Rob Fisher has been here for the last 2 months, at least 70 hours a week, doing work every day. He's down here doing anything we ask, and without him being down here for all this time, it would not be possible. Everybody please give a big hand for Rob Fisher. Pete. We had another person down here all the time, young kid, always down here working. He's the hardest worker we have here. Nobody works hard. He never stops working. His father would be very mad at me if I called his father up here. So everybody should give a big round of applause for Peter DiMatro. Comes down here every day on his own time and does a ton of work for us. Fields 2 and 3, all done by him. Thank you, Pete.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you, Pete. Thank you. I don't know. Not sure. Another person who probably won't miss me calling him 15 times a day, asking for 15 favors. Always have to call him to get something down here, whether it be a dump truck, towing, dropping stone, making 15 phone calls. He probably wasted all of his favors in life on this project. This project meant a lot to him, and it showed. He always responded to me and Derek. They did so much down here. Pat Breen and his family, Breen Brothers Towing, down here every day doing so much work. Come on down here, Pat. Thank you for everything you did. What's that? Oh, they have everything else. Yeah. I didn't make you speak. I kept my agreement. I don't make you speak, so I told you.
No, I'm good.
One other guy who's down here 7 days a week. You can call him at 7 a.m. He'll come open the gate in 10 minutes. I know he's probably nowhere near the field. He's probably somewhere in the back corner. John Pesolano, he's been down here for over 20 years. He's huge part of everything we do down here. He gets all the fields ready, hates recognition, so he's probably hiding somewhere back there. But if you see him today, thank him for all the time he puts in, because he puts in over 50 hours every week to this little league, and it means the world to him. Thank you, John. And then there's one other person who's down here all the time, nonstop. She does a ton for the league. We can call her to do anything. She pretty much runs half the stuff down here. She's the only person who's down here this much who's not on the board. My sister Megan, thank you for all the time you've been down here. And then we have my Vice President, John Matera, who's always behind the scenes taking care of everything, all the computer work, all the phone calls, all the emails, one phone call away. Anytime we give him a call, anything we need is done within a couple of minutes. So I'm very lucky to have a Vice President like that. Thank you, John Matera. We also have some people here who are very special to Anthony's life. He often spoke about how he cherished the relationship he had with his teammates. He spent 4 years pitching at St. John's, and some of his teammates have honored us with their presence tonight. We'd like to thank them and acknowledge them for being here for Anthony tonight. I'm sure everyone noticed the beautiful mural painted when you first walk in on the scorer's booth on the wall entrance. We'd like to thank the one and only Scott Lebedo, the famous flag painter across America. Scott, we're forever indebted to you for the wonderful piece honoring Anthony's legacy. Thank you, Scott. Anthony, like many kids, dreamed of being a professional athlete as a child. Through talent and mostly hard work, he was able to achieve his dream. But even as a kid, Anthony had another dream. He always wanted to be a police officer to give up the life of a Major League Baseball player for life of service, which is pretty much unheard of. When Anthony got the call from the Port Authority Police Department, he decided to make his second dream come true. He played his last professional game on a Wednesday night and was sworn into the academy 2 days later. We have a number of his brothers and sisters in blue here tonight, including the Port Authority PD's Bagpipe Band. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for helping make his dream come true. And for treating Anthony, his wife Kerry, and 4 children with such respect and kindness. We thank you for your service to others and pray for your safety for each and every one of you. Thank you. We're also lucky to have some people who have been very special to Anthony and Kerry's life. These 3 men will coach our 2 teams tonight, the first night game in Snug Harbor history. I'd like to introduce you to them. John Eberline, a longtime high school coach on Staten Island. He coached at both local high schools, Curtis and St. Peter's. John was Anthony's coach and close friend of Curtis High School and remains a very close family friend. Thank you, John. Then we have Ed Blakemeyer, Anthony's college coach at St. John's. He's the winningest coach in St. John's history, Big East Coach of the Year record 8 times. He had over 90 players drafted to play professional baseball, including Anthony. He was inducted into the American Baseball Coaches Association Hall of Fame in 2018. Thank you for being here tonight, Ed. Last but definitely not least, Jason Marquet. Jason was a workout partner and a very close friend of Anthony's. A product of South Shore Little League, Jason played 16 seasons in the major leagues, including his first 4 with the Atlanta Braves. For his career, Jason hit 200 with 5 home runs and 57 RBIs. Not great stats unless you realize he was a pitcher. He won over 120 games and struck out almost 1,200 batters. He was one of the few players to play in the Little League World Series where he threw a no-hitter and the Major League World Series. Jason also responded on the first call and said there's no way I'd miss this day and has been a very close supporter of the family since day one. Jason, we can never thank you enough. Thank you, Jason. One of the reasons Anthony left baseball was his dream of being a police officer. But there was another reason that was even bigger, and that was his family. He missed being around for family parties and barbecues in the summer. He wanted to be home when his children started school. He didn't want to be traveling around the country while his children grew up. If he was anything, he was definitely a family man at heart. We have a large group of his family members on the field tonight. We'd like to call up a few of them who are so important to Kerry and Anthony. I'd like to call up Anthony's parents, Torrance and Paulette. Anthony's brother, Torrance, his wife, Diana, and his son, Jordan. I'd also like to call up my parents, and Kerry. We thank you for sharing him with us. As you can see from the turnout tonight, Anthony meant the world not only to you, but to Snug Harbor Little League, but to the people from all over this country. We're thankful to have you here tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Little League was very important to Anthony. He liked to see kids develop their talents and enjoy playing as much as he did. But to Anthony, that was secondary. He wanted them to learn teamwork and sportsmanship. He wanted them to make friends. He often said a lot of his best friends as an adult were people he played Little League with. He wanted kids to learn life lessons and grow into great adults. He wanted them to learn the importance of family and community. Anytime anyone asked Anthony for help, he was there. He was happy to speak to students or a team. He spent some time speaking about the value of education or being a caring person than speaking about sports. Anthony used to tell the kids, sometimes in life you're going to get knocked down, you just got to get back up and keep going. Well, we've all been knocked down hard, but it's time for this league to get back up and keep going. That's how we're going to honor Anthony. No one ever saw Anthony pump his fist or go running and screaming off a mound after a strikeout. He was the most humble man and classy person I've ever met in my life. Though Anthony can't be here physically tonight, he is here. He's in all of our hearts and minds. He's here in his wife, Kerry, and in their 4 children, AJ, Johnny, Chris, and Savannah. He's here in these lights and this new turf. He's in our new indoor batting cage. He's in the corner of Anthony Varvaro Memorial Complex. I don't know if any of our kids have the talent to be the next Jason Marquis, but we'll be happy if they become as great as an adult as Anthony Varvaro. Before we move on to the first pitch, you want to say something? I love you. Before we move on to the first pitch, I'd like to call up my sister Kerry to say a couple words.
First, I just want to thank everyone for coming out tonight and making this such a special evening, for honoring Anthony in such a way that would mean so much to him. Thank you to all the amazing people who have made this possible with their generous donations, putting their time and energy into making Anthony's Snug dreams a reality. To see his multi-year plan come together in just a few short months is truly amazing. I really want to thank my brother, Dennis, Rob Fisher, Derek Smith, John Matera, and Pat Breen for all their time and energy they put in. They've spent countless hours making sure this is perfect down to the very last detail. And they've done it all for Anthony because they knew it was his dream. I remember what turned out to be Anthony's last Little League game. He was coaching our boys for Breen Brothers, and Logan Holdman was pitching against us in the playoffs. He was pitching a phenomenal game. And Anthony, the whole time from the dugout, was encouraging and giving Logan tips while he was pitching and beating our team. I look over to their dugout, and Logan's father is giving our team tips on the field. This was a playoff game, and these guys are coaching each other's teams. That's what Snug is about. That's what Little League should be about. Making sure the kids leave a little better than they came. And that's what makes Snug Harbor so special. So please, as you go and coach this year, remember that. Remember that it's about the kids. Nobody will remember or care your coaching stats for Little League, but these kids could remember your advice for life. They say that you don't know what you have until it's gone. And I'm thankful to be able to say that that's not at all true when it comes to Anthony. The kids and I have always known how blessed we are, and we told him every day. But looking around tonight, we see that we weren't alone, and we just want to thank you all so much. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to call up Anthony's kids, as well as Carrie, Jordan Varvaro, Mr. Varvaro, Coach Blankmeyer, Jason Marquis, and Mike Rosema for a ceremonial, first pitch.
You want to go this way with this one?
We don't have gloves. We're doing a toss. Oh, gloves. We need the basements.
Take two.
You want a chance?
Yeah, you want to just call them out and let them throw one by one?
Throwing the first pitch to Jason Christian. All right. Christian is going to throw to Coach Blankmeyer. And everyone look out behind the mound there. Ready, Christian? Give it a whirl. What a throw. What a throw. Good job, Christian.
Hey, nice throw. No.
AJ throws a strike. Johnny's going to throw to Mike Rosema from St. John's. Nice throw. Carrie, are you going to toss out to Jordan? Yep, that's what I'm...
You said so. I said no. Oh. Go ahead.
You want to try again? Sure. Bounce strike. And then Savannah from the mound.
All right.
Nice job, everybody. At this time, that concludes our ceremony. We're going to just ask that we will start clearing the fields and getting ready for the lights on ceremony tonight.
He knows who's leaving. Tell him.
All right, thank you, everyone. So we're going to try to do this a little orderly. T-ball parents, we're going to pick our kids up at the right field gate. So all the T-ball parents and T-ball teams, T-ball coaches, go to the right field gate. Coach pitch boys and coach pitch girls, we're going to the left gate. Coach pitch boys, coach pitch girls, parents can pick their kids up at the left gate. Farms, minors, majors, just give it 2 minutes till they clear. Farms, we're going right field. Farms teams exit right field.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Danny Chanod from Nobody Cares Sports here with Ray Palma. That's going to wrap it up for this fantastic ceremony from Snug Harbor Little League. We're about to have a baseball game under the lights for the very first time ever.
This is, the ceremony.
Not ever in general, ever here at Snug Harbor.
I'm going to go with ever, under the lights. But Danny, first the ceremony and everything, just a great job to everybody involved. A lot of great moments, great to hear from Sherry, his wife, and I'm not sure you want me to move over. They must move over, okay?
All right, we're good.
We're packed in like sardines here, and that's okay. And there's still nowhere else I'd rather be. But tonight's going to be special. Like I said, if you grew up playing Snug Harbor, this is not our Snug Harbor, nor did I play, but this is different. This is nice, and tonight's going to be really special.
It was a special ceremony, Ray. Not a dry eye in the house, there's not much more that can be said that hasn't already been said about what Anthony Varvaro means to not only the Snug Harbor Little League community, but to the entire sports world and Staten Island. We are at a loss, but tonight we celebrate the great work that man did.
And you saw by the diversity of the people involved in the ceremony. It just covered so many aspects of his life. Young man was more than just a pitcher, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
And, pitching was just one of the many things that he did really well in this world. And I think we'll say it best. You said it best, and we'll say it best tonight. This is a celebration. This is a beautiful, beautiful evening, and I'm sure Anthony has a lot to do with this. I'll call it 81 and sunny degree weather we got tonight. Dan.
I love it. I'll take it, but I'll give you a little weather report right now. It's exactly 80 degrees, mostly sunny. You said it right. Picture perfect baseball weather. Coming up, we're expecting this game to start sometime around 7:45 this evening. Make sure you keep it locked with Nobody Cares Sports Network on the YouTube channel. Danny Chanod and Ray Palma are going to be doing a pregame show before that game, about 15 minutes prior. So you can see us. I imagine we're going to be live at about 7:40 tonight, and that's going to lead us into, I'd say, an 8 o'clock start under the lights here at Snug Harbor.
We're also completely guesting on time, so anything's possible.
Anything's possible.
It's approximate. We're okay.
So tune in, everybody. Support local. Thank you, all the sponsors that made this tremendous event possible.
Main Street Coffee, Got the Trudy Production.
That's right. To be broadcasted. We love and appreciate you all, but absolutely nobody cares about us. You said it right. We'll be back with baseball, Little League, Friday Night Lights. Let's do it.